January 10th, 2024, the day that will go down in financial history. The SEC approved the first ever US-listed spot Bitcoin ETF. Because the approval of this Bitcoin ETF may be setting the stage for the ultimate centralization of assets, the digital dollar. Now, Bitcoin was originally created to give power back to the people, a decentralized form of money that was untouchable by government influence. But with this ETF, we're watching that vision get reversed. This ETF is about putting Bitcoin into a system controlled by institutions and government oversight. Just think about it. Goldman Sachs holds $400 million of Bitcoin ETFs. Morgan Stanley, $200 million more. Once Bitcoin is wrapped up in ETFs owned by these giants, the rules of the game change, and fast. Now, why does this matter? Because the moment Bitcoin and digital assets are embedded in these ETFs, they're no longer truly decentralized. Instead, they become tightly monitored assets within the traditional financial system, all ready to be rolled up into a digital dollar structure when the time comes. And the timing isn't accidental. The approval of a Bitcoin ETF isn't just a random event. It's a strategic move, a first step into a broader financial play. Governments and central banks worldwide are potentially laying the groundwork for CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. And each time they approve something like a Bitcoin ETF, they're testing out the waters, building a framework for eventually pulling every digital assets into a regulated, centralized system. We've already seen this in action globally. China, they launched their own digital yuan. India and Nigeria, they've rolled out similar government-controlled digital currencies. Each country sells it under the idea of security, convenience, and modernization. But the reality is that these digital currencies centralize control in the hands of the government. And here's the next move. They're already laying the groundwork for more digital asset ETFs. There are strong rumors of an XRP ETF on the way, and that's no accident. Essentially, just like with the Bitcoin ETF, where you can buy and trade Bitcoin like a traditional stock, they're doing this for more cryptocurrencies now, one of them being called XRP. They're setting up a system where every major cryptocurrency becomes a government-controlled asset. The plan is becoming clear, a future where every digital assets from Bitcoin to XRP can be regulated, monitored, and even frozen at will. What we're seeing with these ETFs is not just about giving access to purchase Bitcoin or XRP. It's about creating a controlled financial ecosystem, a step towards a digital dollar where the government has full oversight. And think about it. If they're willing to wrap decentralized assets like Bitcoin into a regulated, centralized framework, why wouldn't they do the same for the US dollar? The truth is, they've been working towards a similar model for years, quietly setting the stage for a digital dollar. We've seen how central banks have already centralized control over currencies in places like China and Nigeria, turning digital currency into a tool for total oversight. So when it comes to the US, it's no stretch to imagine the same game plan. A digital dollar that functions not as decentralized money, but as a completely controlled asset. With Bitcoin in an ETF, the blueprint is there. They've tested it, and it's likely only a matter of time before that framework is applied to the dollar itself, giving them full control over every transaction in the economy down to the cent. So where does that leave you? What can you do to safeguard your investments from this rising tide of centralization? Well, let me show you.